April 20th, martial law begins.
To the meeting now that on April 20th, Trump will declare martial law, which effectively means the military takes over for the police. Free speech becomes illegal. Protests become illegal. You have to have the permission of the military to do anything. And worse than that, the commander-in-chief, Trump, can do basically anything he wants. Literally. Okay? We may be looking at the end of American democracy, and we have 13 days left. Okay? Here's my point. Please prepare your family for the worst. The other rumor is that they're going to seize all the guns. So if you have a gun, you want to keep it, you might want to bury it in your backyard. Stock up on food. Please stop spending money you don't have to spend. You may need it, okay? If he shuts everything down, you're going to need some cash. You're going to need something, okay? Please prepare your family for the worst and hope for the best. If this is just a rumor and it doesn't happen, then that's great. We're all fine. But if it does, you have 13 days to prepare. Please be ready.
April 20th, martial law begins.
To the meeting now that on April 20th, Trump will declare martial law, which effectively means the military takes over for the police. Free speech becomes illegal. Protests become illegal. You have to have the permission of the military to do anything. And worse than that, the commander-in-chief, Trump, can do basically anything he wants. Literally. Okay? We may be looking at the end of American democracy, and we have 13 days left. Okay? Here's my point. Please prepare your family for the worst. The other rumor is that they're going to seize all the guns. So if you have a gun, you want to keep it, you might want to bury it in your backyard. Stock up on food. Please stop spending money you don't have to spend. You may need it, okay? If he shuts everything down, you're going to need some cash. You're going to need something, okay? Please prepare your family for the worst and hope for the best. If this is just a rumor and it doesn't happen, then that's great. We're all fine. But if it does, you have 13 days to prepare. Please be ready.
April 20th.
Already, Shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. I'm Brother One for the Assembly of Florida, for the Camp Prophets of Babylon. Coming another quick hit through the Spirit Empire by Shimon Shard. Lord wanted to edify and feed the sheep. Double honor to the elders and apostles of MILLSTONE, teaching you well. Peace and blessing to the birds for pushing this work and true sincerity to the scattered abroad. Alright. And as you can see in the video, okay, you have it. All right, there could be a potential, imposed martial law. April 20th, man, which we know today is, I believe it's April 17th. All right, and as you see, if this devil goes through with it, all right, if this devil goes through it, all right, these are the things that could take place. Okay, if this devil was to, sign off this thing where they sign off this Insurrection Act of 1807, all right, you have it where they're gonna be able to bring forth that that martial law, man. All right, as you see in the video, you're not gonna be able to, have that speech of yours. Okay, you got people who out speaking and pretty much doing things like standing up against what they feel is right. Okay, here in America, all that's gonna stop, man. All right, all that's gonna be put to an end. You're gonna have it with these National Guard troops. Okay, are going to come through sweeping, man. Okay, they're gonna come and give a clean sweep on any of those things that's giving ESAU a hard time. All right, what you have it where I looked up that Insurrection Act, okay, which it says, give me a second to grab it. It reads, the Insurrection Act, United States federal law that empowers the president, which the man was speaking on, this devil, if this thing goes through, okay, by the 20th, all right, he gonna have full power. Okay, everything gonna be, he can do whatever he want. It says it empowers the president of that United States to deploy the U.S. military and federalized National Guard troops within the United States. So they're gonna have the he's gonna be able to, fully use that power over his, okay, and override everything that these people here in America might have believe in, or rather as rights, or rather as their constitution, whatever you want to call it. None of that's gonna matter. All right, if this devil is able to, go fully through with this thing, man. All right, people are gonna be, asked out. They're gonna be asked out, man. All right, because what this devil, if he goes through with this, what that means is that he's gonna be able to go all out. Okay, and these are the type of things that Esau's looking for to utilize to his advantage. Okay, to where he can be able to fully put forth, okay, that foot forward to bring forth his agenda. Okay, it's gonna be a huge step if they're able to pull these type of things off, man. Okay, this devil has shown that he's not messing around when it comes to these illegal immigrants, which is just Northern Kingdom. Okay, the Hispanics, okay, Latinos. You see how he's showing his horns with that? So how much more when he has full the full ability, okay, to do that on a mass level. Let's do a little bit about this Insurrection Act. Okay. Let me see. Reading a little bit, it says the United States, in particular, circumstances such as to suppose or suppress civil disorder, insurrection, or rebellion. So this is what they're gonna be able to use that them troops for. Okay, for any of these things, and the scripture goes into that the insurrection. Okay, well, when we keep grabbing, but these are the things that these devils are looking forward to. Okay, they're looking forward to suppress things by using their military. They're using their power, and they're gonna come and do it in the most worst way. Okay, once again, just like they did with these immigrants, man. Now they just randomly pulling people off the streets, pulling them out of their homes, yanking them out of their jobs. All right, sending their ass to prison. Yeah. Those are the times we in, man. We're seeing that more and more of these devils gonna show their horn. Okay? And the more of them getting away with these things, okay, the more they're gonna get more happy with the trigger. All right, they'll get happy. They're gonna get what they call it? Trigger happy. Okay? They're gonna start really blowing Jake down. All right, they're gonna start bringing that foot down, man. Well, you had it where it was, I forgot what it was called. Lord, when it come to me. But I believe it was the Department of the DOD, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look it up right quick. Okay, bear with me. We're going to grab the scriptures, but just get it to the point. All right? The Department of Defense, call it outside. That's what's called the Department of Defense. All right, you had it where they said they were going to be able to use lethal force on these civilians, man, on these citizens that come against or start any kind of problems. So if you have it where you're seeing things like any rebellion or insurrection or sedition, where people are causing protests and uproars in the cities, that they're gonna be able to come through and come use that street sweeper, man. All right, because Esau has multiple toys that he can't wait to use. So if these devils come with it, if this thing gets signed off, it's completely, it's over with. Which is a good thing for us, man, because it just shows that this devil is he's running out of time. So he gonna go and head and move fast with this process, man. Okay. But moving on, it says, let me see. I think that was pretty much the point. Let me get over. Yep, I'm gonna read a little bit of this part back, and it says, United States, in particular circumstances such as to suppress civil disorder, insurrection, or rebellion. So this is what they're gonna be able to use this mainly for. And this devil is speaking about signing something like this or imposing this. Okay, rather it's suggesting, or rather it's something that he's saying like, we need to do this. It's a potential thing that they could do. All right, which remind me of the scriptures going into it. So let me grab it. Going into 2nd Ezra. All right, the 15th chapter. Let me go. It reads, it says, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 15. I'll start verse 14. Let me see something right quick. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. No, verse 14, Slacky. It says verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Meaning destruction to those that dwell therein. Okay, here, find rest here in America. It's been a life here in America. All right, you got those individuals who just all about America. All right, all about this place. What destruction gonna come upon you? It says, verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hands. So this is what is going to come down to this place. This is ultimately what's going to be the outcome. All right, if this devil comes down having great wrath, as this videos describe it, man. All right, if he uses and impose this Insurrection Act of 1807. All right, you're gonna have it where a lot of people gonna be unhappy, man. Gonna be a lot of people gonna be in disagreement, all right, with this, what they're about to bring, okay? And Esau's good at, causing problems within his own kingdom. You see, he's real good at that. So he's gonna use these things to his advantage, which is gonna cause people to have an uproar or have people a civil unrest, all right, which is going to lead to chaos. And they love to utilize chaos to bring order. Okay, that's why they have an order out of chaos, okay, because they're going to want to use things like bringing in an unrighteous decree, okay, which is unrighteous law, to enforce and impede, or enforce like those things that that's going to stir up the people, Reading again, bringing that back. It says, verse 15. 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. It says, for there shall be, it says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. So you're going to have it where people are going to have weapons. Okay, these people are going to be just retaliating, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. And this is what these people are going to retaliate to when they see things like where their rights is not being valid, okay, or validated. All right, where they feel like they're not being considered. These people are going to retaliate in aggression. They're going to be retaliating in frustration, anger. This is why you're going to see things like people destroying properties of companies and destroying businesses, protesting. This is what you're going to see. And this is what, once again, Esau's going to utilize that to his advantage, as he knows he's the one, stirring it up. But they're going to utilize that, and they're going to flip it and bring order out of that, man, which is going to cause even much more chaos. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor prince, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right? These people are going to take action in their own hands. Okay? They're going to stand, they're going to retaliate in aggression. They're going to retaliate to whoever is in power. And they're going to listen to the authorities. These people are going to take action amongst themselves, because they're seeing that this place is failing them. Which goes into Isaiah 30, okay, where it says it's going to be a shame and it's going to be confusion. Okay? This is ultimately what's going to come to this place. And you got these people who are trying to still build a life here. They're still trying to build a career business. America's through, man. Okay? This place is completely through. And YAHAWASHI is going to only stir up the fire here more and more and more. Turn up the heat more and more and more. Okay? Where these people are going to just get to a point where they're going to just start attacking one another. The calm and collected individuals going to start to attack each other. The people who call themselves level-headed, okay? The people who are just about on the edge, they're going to start attacking each other. They're going to get very, very aggressive out here, okay? They're going to get irritated. You're going to start seeing people get more irritated, more frustrated. And it will, as the things get worse, as Scripture says, evil shall grow. Bad times, okay? And the evil shall grow, which is going to have bad times, going to grow. It's going to get more and more unpleasant here in this place, man, because the Lord's turning up that heat. And these people are going to get more and more irritated, frustrated, angry, okay, with their authorities, the ones that's supposed to be taking care of them and holding them up, they're going to see that this place is completely not holding their bargain. All right, holding their end. So they're going to start to take action in their own hands. All right? 1044, call it YAHAWASHI. It says, let me see, reading verse 16 again. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their king, the kings nor prince, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you're going to have it where these people are going to be wanting to desire to go into another city, but they're not going to be able to. All right, because you're going to have these, intersections. All right, these, cities, pretty much blocked off. And that's where you have it, where the National Guard comes to take place. All right, where you got to have a checkpoint for every city or every intersection to check in and check out, to make sure that you get to where you got to go, or making sure that you have access to get to the other side. It's not gonna just be an easy walk in the park, man. They're gonna make sure that you can get to the other side without having a pass, without having some type of way of entry. It ain't gonna be no getting to the other side, man. They're gonna have it all locked down. It says, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So you're gonna have it where this place is gonna be completely just jacked up, man. It's gonna be so bad, you're gonna have grown men that's gonna be, afraid. All right, what the scripture says, as Jeremiah 30, okay, where you're gonna have grown men, okay, even scared in that day, afraid, trembling. You're gonna have it where it's gonna be a completely terror throughout this place. Jacob's trouble. It's gonna be like a time like no before, man. It says, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So hearing this is what's coming to the place, man. Okay? This is going to be the outcome of, this place known as America, man. People are going to have no pity upon their neighbor. People are going to take action in their own hands because of the lack of bread. You got these tariffs of prices of food, going up. Okay? You got to where these prices in general are about to spike out the roof. People who are invested, I should say, for better lack of better words. People who have invested into things like Bitcoin and stuff like that, all that's about to fail them. Okay? All this is about to turn against this place that is America, man. I believe Trump just had put a 200 and something, okay, tariffs on all these other nations, man, or China, to be specific. It's definitely not joking around, man. That means they're gonna turn around and they're gonna spike up prices. I was looking at something yesterday, and they just said that the prices on for ordering and shipping, about to change. So things that you order in across seas, and you just ordering in general, about to spike out the roof, man. All right. So it's about to get unpleasant real soon. It's gonna be a lot of unhappy campers here, man. All right. In America, the love of me is from the wax cold. These devils come with it, and they come rolling down, having that great wrath. These people are about to act the fool. You got this guy, he said, pretty much, he's saying what, store up food, store up this, store up that, because it's a potential thing where they could, move on this, and you need all this, man.